The ghost in enemy space. No one in the Kether Empire believed their power could ever be challenged. For generations, their banners had flown over 100 worlds. Armies marched in perfect discipline. Warships moved in silent patrol across the stars, and the other species of the galaxy lived in fear. The Kether crushed every rebellion, silenced every whisper of hope, and ruled with a confidence so deep it had become blindness. But out there, in the darkness just beyond their sensor range, something moved. Something new. The stars above Talon. Prime burned cold and distant, casting pale light on the swirling cloud bands of the planet. A silent ship, small and strange, drifted toward the world's busy orbitals. It was unseen, undetected, gliding through the Empire's heart as if it belonged. Inside, Captain Jake Morrison kept his eyes locked on the main screen, heart pounding as the ship's advanced stealth field bent every signal. Every particle of light around its hull dot, he spoke quietly, his words crisp. Status? Lieutenant? Amy Brooks didn't look away from her station. 2 minutes until scanning range of Talon Prime, sir. Ryan Clark, chief engineer, nodded from his console. Stealth field holding. Energy signature is 0. They can't see us. For a moment, Jake allowed himself a half smile. The Kether thought themselves the apex predators of the galaxy. But they'd never met humans, never watched what desperate ingenuity could do. Begin scans, Jake said. Ship positions, shield frequencies, everything. Amy's hands moved. In a blur, 12 Kether warships in orbit. Shield patterns. Old. Weapon signatures. Basic plasma. No upgrades in centuries. Ryan snorted. They got lazy. Jake studied the enemy on the screen. The Empire's arrogance was written in every design, every routine patrol, old patterns, never changed. How long for scans? 3 minutes. Amy's eyes flickered. But, sir, one of their ships is moving this way. Patrol pattern. If they get closer. Jake's mind moved fast. Ryan, can we shift course? Already on it, Captain. Silent maneuver. They'll never see us. The Liberator glided away from the danger, invisible and intangible, like a ghost slipping through walls. The scans finished just as the enemy ship passed by, seeing nothing. Amy grinned. All data collected. Transmitting home now. For a heartbeat, Jake let himself breathe. Then suddenly a faint tremor ran through the ship. Amy's voice cracked. Captain, we just took a brief sensor hit. Only 4 seconds, but they got a flicker. Jake clenched his fist. Did they get a lock? No, sir. Just noise on their end. Could be debris. Could be a sensor ghost. Good. He straightened. Full stealth. Maximum speed. Take us out, Amy. As the Liberator slipped away, light years behind them, an alien sensor officer stared at a blip on his console. Unknown anomaly. 4.7 seconds, then vanished. Subcommander Veller frowned. File it as an equipment glitch. Elsewhere, Fleet Admiral Korath threw the report aside with a laugh. Send a cruiser. Let them look for phantoms. We are the Empire. Nothing can hide from us. But as the human ship vanished into hyperspace, Jake Morrison's last thought was simple. They have no idea what's coming. The Empire's blindness, the Empire's response to the anomaly was as predictable as ever. The cruiser Bloodhawk was sent to sweep the area. Its sensors found only empty space and scattered asteroids. The captain's report was short. No threats, area clear. The Empire's overconfidence had become routine, so confident in their supremacy that true vigilance had long ago faded into ritual. Meanwhile, across the endless black, in a hidden facility deep beneath the ice of Earth's South Pole, Dr. Lisa Parker finished decrypting the enemy's communications. Commander. Steve Adams leaned over her shoulder. What have you found? Lisa's eyes shone with quiet excitement. Their admirals are dismissing the Talon Prime incident as equipment failure. More than that, they're operating with protocols that haven't changed in centuries. Their shield frequencies are static, weapons the same. Their computers are ancient compared to ours. Steve nodded. They stopped growing. Arrogance makes you blind. He brought up more intercepted messages. We've mapped their responses to every kind of threat. They've never fought a true enemy in living memory. Lisa scrolled too. A graph of Empire patrols. Their sensors never even detected us. And the few who suspect anything are being ignored or overruled. The human fleet was growing every day. New ship fitted with quantum drives and cloaking fields. Each captain trained in unorthodox tactics. Admiral Kate Turner, overseeing the armada, stood on her bridge and watched the blueprints for Operation Freedom take shape. "We're ready," her aide reported. "All ships invisible to enemy sensors. Our tech teams have mapped every weakness in their networks. The Empire will never see us coming." In Kether space, the ground commanders grew uneasy. General Vixer reread the Talon Prime report, troubled. He sent messages up the chain, warning of unexplained anomalies. But Fleet Admiral Korath would not listen. "There are no threats left in this galaxy. Focus on the rebels." On the surface, the Empire's power seemed absolute. In reality, it was as hollow as the old statues on its imperial plazas, grand on the outside, but full of cracks beneath. The trap was set, shadows strike, and the attack began. The galaxy's heart skipped a beat. It started at Sigma Station, the Empire's largest naval base. Captain Ben Harris watched from the bridge of the USV Ranger, hidden just beyond the enemy sensors. "All ships ready, Admiral." Admiral Kate Turner's voice came through the comm. "Operation Freedom is go. Begin." Like shadows rising from the void, human ships appeared everywhere at once out of nothing, into key systems across the Empire. Neural disruptor beams fired in perfect sync, disabling enemy warships before they could even raise shields. Within 30 seconds, 24 Kether battleships drifted, powerless. At the mercy of invisible attackers, the base commander panicked. "Where is the enemy? Sensors show nothing." The comms officer's voice shook. "Sir, our systems are down. Communications, engines, weapons, we're blind." Human Marines launched boarding actions, gliding into the disabled ships, securing each deck without firing a lethal shot. Major Dan Cooper led his teams in advanced stealth armor, their movements ghost-like and precise. "Deck 7 secure," Dan reported. "Moving to engineering." In orbit over Talon Prime, Jake Morrison's Liberator returned, this time not for observation, but for conquest. Amy Brooks pinpointed the main shipyard's automated systems. "Can you shut them down, Ryan?" "Already on it." "Ryan's?" Fingers danced across the controls, releasing a computer virus into the shipyard's core. Automated systems offline. Life support untouched. Jake sent a simple message to the workers below. "We are humans from Earth. We are not here to harm civilians. The Empire is finished. Stand down and you will be free." Across the Empire, chaos erupted. Every system that mattered was under attack. Permutations jammed. Networks collapsing. Panic spread. The Kether war machine, which had never prepared for real resistance, was unraveling in hours. The Empire in chaos, the Imperial capital reeled as reports of defeat streamed in. Fleet Admiral Korath paced the command center, his face pale with disbelief. "How many ships lost?" His aide's voice quavered. 47 vessels disabled, Admiral. Sigma Station under enemy control. Talon Prime shipyards offline. Communications are down in 12 sectors. The attackers claim to be humans, from Earth. Impossible. Korath shouted, slamming his fist down. "There's no Earth on our star charts." Desperate, Korath tried to rally his scattered fleets, but every order was intercepted and blocked. Human control of the Empire's networks left his ships deaf and blind. Patrol fleets found themselves cut off from one another, isolated, picked apart by an enemy they could not even see. On dozens of worlds, subject species realized the unthinkable was happening. For the first time in centuries, the Empire was weak. Underground rebellions surged into the open. Emboldened by broadcasts from the mysterious human invaders, Major Dan Cooper led coordinated actions, dropping supplies to Allied resistance cells, broadcasting messages of hope. "You are not alone. The Empire cannot protect you. Scan with us, and you will be free." General Vixer, watching as his sector fell into chaos, made the most important decision of his life. He reached out to the humans through an encrypted channel. "This is General Vexer of the Imperial Army. I request parley. We are ready to cooperate for the sake of peace and the safety of the innocent." The empire falls and a new order rises. The fall of the Kether Empire happened faster than anyone could have imagined. As the last Imperial fleets tried to regroup, human ships appeared around their strongholds, calm, efficient, unstoppable. Admiral Kate Turner and Captain Jake Morrison stood with their allies, not as conquerors, but as liberators. Admiral Turner broadcast a message to every corner of the empire. The age of tyranny is over. Humanity fights for freedom, not conquest. We call on all species to join us in forging a new peace, a council of equals. Alien leaders, long held under the Kether's boot, answered the call. Within days, a coalition formed humans, former rebel species, even disillusioned Kether commanders. The new council promised liberty, justice, and the right to choose one's destiny. The galaxy watched as the ancient banners of the Empire fell, replaced by symbols of hope and unity. The story of the mysterious vessel that appeared and vanished was told across every world, a legend not of destruction, but of courage, innovation, and the will to free rather than rule. In the council chamber of the New Order, Admiral Turner sat beside alien leaders and former enemies. Captain Morrison smiled as he watched delegates argue and debate as equals. No longer were decisions made by fear or force, but by the hope that together this strange, stubborn species from Earth had sparked a future no empire could ever crush. The end.